Got a great mix of folks in attendance today. We see some vacationers, some locals, all gathering together here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Today, a battle out of the AFC. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Murray taking it right to the air. It is caught left side. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. Going deep here for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
They're going play action. It's Murray. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Get set. Out, out. Out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Finds his back. Achane. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Ball on the 45. First and 10. Here's Achane up the middle. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front, opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Going in motion right. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Big play. Pushes them beyond midfield. At the 20. Pull that in front further, 13-zip. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with Achane. Along the sideline, past midfield. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
A lot of times when we'll see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
From the red zone now. They'll drop this down to Achane. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. The effort still sets him up with a first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Tagovailoa back to throw. Here's a screen for Achane. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 10-yard line.
Tua now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Third and goal, they need 3 yards here.
Get right here.
Here's Tua again. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game. Well, great work there. there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Is hauled in by the running back. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, Murray. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. He's forced out of bounds after an nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That's complete. Here's Thornton. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the 1st. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Completed to his running back. And we'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Working quickly here.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Lead H-Chan here out of the gun. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Arc 20, TX. Let's go. Motion.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Get set.
To throw, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game in the first half. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. He has this down to the 14-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just nailed it.
Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down to your neck. That play's got to be right.
Oh, my! It's intercepted in the end zone! Mika Fitzpatrick has got it! And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Tagovailoa. Hits his running back. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're set up at the 35 now.
40. 21G. 21G. 18. Wait.
First down, here's Tua. This one's to Andrews outright. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop them. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
It's second and 21 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. Their punter making his way out now. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And now they face second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
4-yard line.
Throwing in motion right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain. Offense to the line fast.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Raiders with a first and 10. Back to the air, Murray. He's got it. He's still going at the 30. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They motion the tight end over. Again, it's Murray to throw. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun, it's Murray. It is caught left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third and 1. Here's Murray. Caught by his back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
Dolphins 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Tagovailoa on first down. And down he goes. Raiders got him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19.
Watch it, Oscar.
2 and out from the gun. He's got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. Into a crowd. And that pass is intercepted. And the Raiders will have a shot at a decent field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. First and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. All set now. First and 10. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing here just before halftime. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Ready. Ice jam. Up. Ready. Ready.
Second half begins with a run by A-Chan. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Offense in the hurry up here.
The 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Second down carry for A-Chan. And he's down to almost, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Go ahead. What's it? Out!
Tua off the play fake. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. Kyler throwing here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Murray on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. Toss play left, A-Chan. Has a hole left, room to run. The 50, 30, the 10. He's at the 5. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the third. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown.
Jason Sanders for the end zone.
That explosive run, this guy's right up on the edge of 200 yards, Kate. And with his body of work, you only take one more carry to cross that mark. It suddenly become a very intriguing subplot for the rest of this game. Can he get to 200 plus? We'll get to watch.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Murray looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Here's Murray. Setting up the screen. Escapes the defender. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
48-yard line.
Catch made. And he works this to the 38 before going there. There's to the hurry up here.
10 yards on the pickup.
Another throw coming from Murray. Escapes the pocket. This one finds Thornton. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch onto it. but you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
He finds him right side. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. George Pickens the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line.
Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab, Turbo 2, ice jab.
It's a chance on the inside give. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Chin again on second. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Long.
No throw, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
This one, take it in. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. As the open man downfield. Down the left sideline he goes. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds 4 yards shy of that end zone. Back in the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
In the red zone on 1st. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown! The Raiders stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Carlson to tack on the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
42. Dolphins 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give them the ball at the 40-yard line. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, get set.
Here's a champ on the pistol. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
The thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least you didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Go ahead.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Downfield, this finds Waddle. It almost as he caught it. Does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Achan, a 1st down carry. He has room past the 25. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Devon Achan with the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. And his aim was off there. He hits the left upright, and it's no good.
Jason Sanders to
Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Murray to throw. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Working quickly here.
Again, 17 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
1st and 10, Murray. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 3-possession game.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders grow the lead now to 22 points.
Dolphins 27.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Throws caught. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route really low. You see zone coverage, settle down, get the quarterback his numbers. You can find a completion just like that. That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And he's going to score a touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Tyreek Hill to touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for it. 2-point attempt coming.
The Dolphins are
Here's Tua again. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story. And right now, that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
Short pass brought in. He dodged the tackle, and he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this third quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pressure coming, it's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Murray to throw. He rolls to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Grabbed by Besh, left side. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch the lead to 23.
Dolphins 33.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a toss play for Achan. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down by
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
All right, fellas, listen up.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Tagovailoa now.
At the 33-yard line.
Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Vacates quickly left side. He's got a man left. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it, it's in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Back to throw, Murray. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Running right. Here's right. Give him a couple on that carry. 2nd down coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. And that play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Tagovailoa to throw. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Watson, Oscar. 21G, 21G.
1st down, here's Tua. It's caught, this is Jalen Wright. Down to the 10. And he'll take this across, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins trail by 23 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Sends this to the end zone. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Ice jab. Ice. Ready.
Running behind center with Wright. He's the tackle. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going play action, Tagovailoa. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking at time for Terrence Ferguson. So it'll be second down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set. Ready, team.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. And they pick him off again. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operated from the gun. Here's Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry up here.
And it's 3rd down.
Green. Come back. Boss.
They put a receiver in motion right.
2.
Murray on 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. 4th down. Here's Murray. Going all the way to the end zone here. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Raiders throwing 6 more on the blowout.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You can feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Get your money up. I go money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Away from the pistol. It's right. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The run again with Wright. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
And the Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Right again. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here's a give for Wright. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
29-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Scat. Get ready.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. And they pick him up again. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. That one's out and cut on the right side. He goes out with enough for the first, but we do have a flag down on the play. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this. Back to the air, Murray. On the move, headed right. Has a man on target to Thornton. He's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought it stalled out. He's going to carry on. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Another throw coming from Murray. He's going to push one deep down the right. That one connects. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders are running him out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Hey, 20 out, done. Whoa. Hey, push.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Second down and 10. Tagovailoa. Got for big yards on the right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Andrews has it. Working downfield. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Dolphins putting up points in a game decided. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Dolphins 47.
Sanders all set to send it away. Hardman with a return.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Throws a bullet down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronx. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
On second and 10, it's Murray. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for first and 10. From the red zone on first. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Raiders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
It's caught. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. All right, I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Game well decided. How does a former player like yourself feel about that decision?
Yeah, whatever you think your answer is, Kate, you're right. I don't think there's anybody that likes this, and I don't think there really is a case when you're up this big. You're just trying to embarrass your opponent, and you better be careful.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Trying to push deep downfield. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Two and out from the gun. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but zero effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
And that one is through, so take a final point off of what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do, what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Miami.